back to the Cock Dice. We're back again with another Batman Miniatures game 3rd edition. This week, slightly different, we're going to bring some custom crews and some custom objective decks. First up, the Joker's crew. As you can see on screen, we have Joker from Back to Gotham. I'm also bringing along Killer Croc. He looks to be quite a beast with his 13 endurance, tough skin, abilities. He's got 5 attacks, so yeah, I'm quite chuffed to see him on the table. I've had them on. We brought Harley Quinn back. She does seem to be pretty good with her mallet, and she's got quite a lot of funky abilities that help out, and she's so fast. Chainsaw Thug, he does 3 blood damage, good to keep in. Axe Thug again, 2 blood damage, pretty good. And my favourite, Guns Thug, 2 automatic pistols. You can just really kick out the damage. I know it does blood stun damage, but he does really kick out damage, and he's done pretty well through the other games. On the Bats team, we've gone for some classic models here. So we've got the Batman from the 2nd edition starter box, starter crew. So he's a little different. He's got a different batarang. He comes with smoke pellets. Not sure if I'll use them. He's got most of the same attacks. Clocks in at 125 reps. Seems good. Nightwing. I've had this model in my collection again for ages. I just loved it. He again looks to be really good. Does a lot of stun damage. Has some great skills there, so I think he's well worth his 90 rep. Rebirth Batgirl, clocks in at 65 rep, seems to have some pretty good skills. Again, comes with battlings and reinforced gloves, so she can kick out 2 stun damage a hit. Reasonably good with 6 willpower, 6 endurance, pretty fast at movement 10. Harvey Bullock, love Harvey Bullock. Mainly brought him for his evidence tampering ability and the fact he's got cop, arrest and detective, all the stuff which is really useful for the objective deck. And finally, Arkham Guard 2. Okay, and here we are all set up then. So we've got the Batman crew over this side of the board over here. We have the Joker and his crew down this side over here. Just some of them a little bit off camera. I'll move the camera around as we play the turn. So let's roll off for the take the lead phase. Blue dice is the cops, as always. Cops, I keep calling them the cops. That's Batman. It's actually Batman and Friends today. So 6 is Batman going first. Really need to get myself a black dice for that. So we shall kick it off. I've already drawn our objectives. We'll put out some audacity markers. So obviously, Joker's crew, he only needs to do that, and he can save himself 2. Bat's crew, we're going to have Bats. Move on down to this Arkham Guard, get him moving. And Nightwing can go without this turn. So the Batman crew is 1 model down, so they get a pass token. They also get a pass token for, I think it's Barbara Gordon, who has Informer. We're going to activate the Arkham Guard. So he has a movement of 8. So he's just going to make a move out to this open area over here, just behind this building, and he'll spend his audacity to make a manipulate action and place a suspect marker down there, which will be revealed immediately as a snitch. When you place a suspect marker, it can be designated a snitch. If at the end of the round there are no enemy models within 4 inches of the snitch marker, you score this card. So that seems like a pretty good turn for it to go down. So we'll flip that over to be a snitch. Okay, it's on to the Joker's crew. So I think first of all we'll activate the Axe Thug. It's a pretty simple one. He's going to make an 8-inch move forwards, staying out of the light. And he's going to use his free manipulate action that he gets from being within 4 inches of the Joker to place a suspect marker down there. So we're going to activate Batgirl next. Let's get her on the screen up here. Now she's got a 10-inch move, just like Batman. She's got a back claw thing, so she's going to spend her audacity marker to be able to activate her special. That gives her another 6 inches of move, which takes up to 16 inches of movement. She's going to basically ignore all the intervening terrain as well. So she's going to bounce right over to, she's going to go in this corner away from the light actually. Land herself there. She's within 8 inches of him. And she's going to throw a set of batlings. So we'll spend an ammo counter for those. is a light, short range and throwing, so she doesn't suffer any modifier for moving and throwing them. So the Batlings have a rate of fire of 2. She rolls a strength dice on top of that. She's throwing them at Axe Thug. He has a defense of 4. So roll those. She's looking for, it's a 4+ on the strength dice, so we've got 2 misses there, a single success. That does 2 stun damage. Right, next up we're going to have, let's have Chainsaw Thug. Again, he's going to make a bit of a dash. He's moving 8 as well, so he's going to come over this way. It does mean he steps into the light. Again, he's got a free manipulate, so we'll pop another suspect marker down. Not got anything to play with that at the moment. So that's all of his activation done. Back over to Gotham Police. Methinks Harvey Bullock should activate, I think. Because we like Bullock. I think you're going to see Bullock in every single one of my teams. I think he's a cracking character for 40 points, 41 points. He's got a movement of 8. If he moves, he's not going to get a great shot on though. He's going to come down here. And he's going to place himself a suspect marker just over there. He did 3 inches away, can't he? So he can pop it back behind himself a little bit. So he's got a chance of defending it. He's going to stay out of line of sight as much as he can. So I think Harley is going to go... No, actually, no, we'll do Gunstug. We're going to do Gunstug down here. You can see her. It's 12 inches away. He's got, 8 inches, isn't it, his range? So he'd be outside effective range. Let's take a shot at her anyway. We'll take an Audacity to activate his special ability, which is Gunman, and we'll take a shot from each pistol. Now these pistols are rate of fire 3. He's going to lose 1 dice for being outside effective range and 1 dice for the cover. So it's a 2 dice shot looking for 4s. He gets none on his first shot. Come on. And none on his second shot. Unlucky Gun Thug. He can now move, so he's going to get himself... I think he's going to come across here in some cover down there somewhere. So really, we've just got the Bat and his protege now. Sorry, I've just checked the rules, and looking at the Acrobat rule, Nightwing gets to ignore the impaired movement for jumping, and he has a movement of 12, which is actually sufficient movement to get him all the way across onto this rooftop over here. So he's literally just going to bounce over here. Doesn't need anything special. He does actually have 13 inches of movement because he gains +1 to his basic move, but I think I'm fairly comfortable with him up there for now. So he's just going to jump across and get a perch in the centre of the board. So we're back over to the Joker's crew. This lovely Lightwell over here. Joker, Harley. Let's do Harley next because she's ridiculously quick. She also has Acrobat, which gives her a 13 inch of movement. It's not enough to get her anywhere useful. I need to stay outside this light source here a little bit. So I think she's going to come cross over here and grab some cover here. The Bat is going to use a pass token. Give it a little... a second to see where anyone else goes. Clown Prince will activate next. He's going to take the last Audacity marker. So he's going to move over to here, 8 inches, stand next to this guy here. He's going to use his Kill Them special ability. So he's going to target a friendly henchman within 4 inches, but not the activator model. And he's going to give it +2 attacks. And he's going to do that to the Axe Thug. So he's going to be pretty dangerous next turn. He is just about within 8 inches of Barbara Gordon, so you take -2 for moving, -1 for cover. It's -3 in total. His pistol's only rate of fire 2, so he's not going to waste a shot there. And he can't really place or manipulate any of these markers. So the Bat is going to use his Audacity to activate his special action. He will jump all the way down to here, using his back claw. which puts him within 8 inches of Axe Dude. That's pretty good for him. So he's going to throw a batarang at the Axe Dude. Now his batarangs are remote controlled, which essentially means he can throw curved shots, which is quite awesome. So he's going to essentially throw a batarang around here and attempt to hit him, ignoring the cover. Now it has the throwing rule as well. It's medium range actually. Oh, actually he can sit back here a little bit and get some cover himself. So it's medium range throwing, so he doesn't lose the modifier. So it is rate of fire 2 plus a strength dice, discard an ammo, make a roll for that. He's looking at Axe Guy. Axe Guy is defense 3. He's scored 3 hits on Axe Dude. Oh dear, that's 2 stun a time. That'll be a ton of stun. 6 stun on Axe Dude. He only has a willpower 4, so he only takes 2 more. And then he gets knocked out. And the final activation for the Joker's team is going to be Killer Croc. He's just going to move himself up to here. And in fact, he'll go through the sewer this turn and pop out over there. Batman and Frenzy's back lines. So he's going to drop a marker down there. So with that as the end of the activation phase, I can't remember what phase 3 is called. Do the plan. Phase. We're on to the recount phase. The only injured party is the Axe Thug. He's going to roll 2 dice and score a 4 or less. He scores a 4, he gets up and drops a stun marker. At the end of the round, Snitch scores for Batman's side, scoring them 3 victory points. Okay, we're back with the Raise the Plan phase for turn 2. Move those 2. They shouldn't be on yet. Blue dice is Batman's side as always. 2, they win the going first check. Raise the plan check. Initiative, whatever it's called. So audacity marker wise, we're going to go, I think, front heavy here. I might just have to forget about poor Arkham Guard. That flips back to just being a suspect marker. He's just going to bite the dust. If I think he might make a run for it actually. Markers here, we'll go and Thug do. We'll give Croc 1. And I'll leave a floater for now. So Bullock's up first this turn. We're going to move him forwards here. He's going to make a manipulate action to reveal this marker. But before he does that, he may place a friendly one. Contact with it. So he removes that. Now he gets to score disturbance. Camera, there it is. Reveal an enemy suspect marker. After revealing it, you must have more suspect markers than the opponent to score this card. Now I have 1, 2, 3 on the Bat side and only 2 on Joker's side. So Bat's team score that and draw a new card. So poor old Arkham Guard is going to get eaten alive. Killer Croc, he's only 5 inches away from him, so he's going to bob over here. He's going to spend his audacity and he's going to tear this poor Arkham Guard in half, hopefully. So he's going to activate his Power Strike ability, which essentially gives him the knockdown effect as well. From all of his rules, all I can tell is he does blood and stun damage when he strikes. So he has an attack of 5. Since I've got a spare, I'm going to spend a resource token to activate, there we go, the resource version of Dirty Job. So a friendly model adds 1 dice to a melee attack. He suffers 1 blood. That shouldn't be a problem for him. So we'll pop that down there. So he's going to get 6 dice in total, plus a strength dice. So I need another dice. I've not got a 6th dice. 2, 4, 5. Is there only 6 dice in this set? Well, that's bananas. I'll roll an extra dice in a second. So he's looking to get, he's got a strength of 3 plus, and the Arkham Guard has a defense of 3. So he's looking at 3s all round here. 2 misses, we'll roll that one again. There we go. Oh, so the Arkham Guard takes 5 hits in total there. He's got a defense of 3. He's going up against an attack of 5, so he needs 5s or 6s to block. He gets 2 6s, so he's taken 3 hits from Killer Croc. So 3 hits. That does 3 blood, 3 stun. It's not enough to out him, unfortunately. And he gets knocked down. So he's knocked down, not knocked out currently. I better find a little KD token hunter knocked down. There we go. Yeah, not brilliant that. I was hoping he'd just muller through him. I think he really needs to do double blood damage with his claws. So I think next up we'll activate Barbara Gordon here. She's going to make a fairly simple choice. She's just going to fling another set of batlings down at Axe Thug. Let's drop him while I can. So they have a rate of fire of 2 plus 1 dice for the strength dice. She is looking at 3s to hit him or a 4 up on the strength dice. I've got to roll that out of here. She crits on the strength dice, but he is going down anyway, so he takes another stun. And he's down. Keep him out of the game if I can. And that will score us Dirty Job for 1 point. We go, make an enemy model knocked down or a casualty. Knocked out or a casualty, sorry. She has still got a move action. I think she's going to bobble over this way and hang around near the bat. Been quite aggressive with the bats team here. So it's back over to the Joker crew. I think we're going to say goodbye to Bullock. Let's get rid of him. So Trickster trait, he's going to grab the last audacity. He's going to move across here 6 inches with his chainsaw. And he's going to attempt to cut Bullock in half. Now he has an attack of 3. Strength dice. He's mechanical and sharp, so his strength is hitting on a 3 and sharp. He can re-roll his failed strength dice. So Bullock's defense is 3. Let's roll away. Doesn't need... Oh, poor Bullock. He doesn't have a good time sometimes. So we've got 4 hits there in melee. That is unblockable. Bullock has a defense of 3. He's looking to get 3s to block. He only scores 1 block, so we've got 3 solid hits on poor old Bullock. That is 9 blood damage. That is more than enough to take Bullock out. 9. I don't know why I'm getting counters out. Bullock's just straight out of the game there. And that will also score us. Ooh, no, come on. There we go. It's in focus then. Dirty Job. Make an enemy model knocked out or a casualty. That is definitely a casualty. So we'll pop that card out of the way. Draw another. So we're back over to the Bats team, and I think I'm going to have to go and deal with Killer Croc, unfortunately. Otherwise, he may just murder that guard next turn. So Nightwing is going to activate. He's going to just jump himself down here, spend his audacity, and pop his wingdings. Pop his sticks out. He's going to have to do quite a lot of damage here, but we'll see how he does. So Nightwing has 4 attack. He gets a strength dice as well. Let's roll these and see how we do. So we can reroll failed attack dice, which is rather lucky. We're looking for 3s across the board because it's they're mechanical, so they get a 3 on the strength dice. So we've missed with 1. So we have 2 4 hits on my attack dice. That turns it into 6 hits in total, and 1 of those is unblockable. Killer Croc has defense of 3. He's looking to get a 4 or more. He blocks 2 of those. That takes it down to 4 hits. So that does 8 stun damage. Now Killer Croc ignores 2 stun first of all. So he only takes 6 stun damage. And I think the obvious one here is going to be Harley. She's going to spend her audacity. She's going to make a beeline for Batgirl. Right over to here. And she is going to do the following. First of all, she will use her distract special ability and target Batgirl, reducing her defense by 1. And then she's going to lamp her really hard, hopefully. So she's got an attack of 4. She's got True Love Joker, so she gains +1 attack. Batgirl's defense is 4. So So we're looking for 4s. So we've hit on all of those, including the crit die. What's heavy do? +1 strength dice rolls, doesn't need that. Reach, push. Push doesn't say. Devastating. Devastating. Oh, rolls an extra strength dice. So does it count both strength dice? You must apply both results. So we've got 1 strength dice hit, 1 roll another strength dice hit. That misses. So we've got 5 hits there from Harley. Batgirl will roll for defence. She's got defence of 4. Now, do you roll against the stat, or I'm presuming she's got +1 attack, so she's attack 5. So that's with 5s. Batgirl gets no successes at all there and takes 10 stun damage to the face. That's satisfying. Now she can't take 10 stun damage, she can only take 6. So she takes a 6 stun and gets beaten on her ass. So Bats is going to make a move. I'll score some more objectives in a minute. I think he's going to just shoot round here. He can spend his audacity, and so he's going to make a quick smack on this guy. He's got an attack of 5 plus a strength dice. He has so many abilities, I'm going to have to check through them all. I think that'll do. So chainsaw, Gunthug. Gunthug has a defense of 3, so we roll against that. That's a poor roll from the Bat. So he's missed with 3, he's hit 3 times though. His strength dice is 3. And Gunthug, defense of 3, he's rolling against 5s. He gets 1 block, so he takes 2 hits to the face. That does 4 stun damage. And he unfortunately only has a willpower of 4, so he also goes down. Now the Batman has mixed combat style, so he will activate this because he's still not done a special action this round. After this model performs an attack action, it can perform an extra attack action of a different type to the first during the same activation. So he's going to stop there and he's going to throw his batarangs at Chainsaw Thug, who's only 5 inches away and he's got 1 ammo left. So we'll try and knock him out as well. So we've got a rate of fire of 2 plus 1 dice. He doesn't take a modifier for moving, so it's simply a straight roll looking for 2s. He gets 2 successes there. 4 stun damage on Chainsaw Thug. He only has a willpower of 4, so he is also knocked out. So I missed this earlier in the turn, but we can play. There we go. You're expendable. A friendly model with the Trickster trait is removed as a casualty or becomes knocked out. When this happens, both players discard a card at random. So we're going to score that for 1 more victory point. We'll shuffle up these decks and discard a card. So it's the Joker's activation now. I think Joker is going to make the sensible thing. He's going to make a bit of a getaway. He's going to move himself over to here. And he's going to place a suspect marker. The right type. And he's going to reveal it as a stinky fish. It's just down off the board there. So we're going to play It Doesn't Look Fresh. There we go. When you place a friendly suspect marker, you may change it to a poisoned fish. It is still a suspect marker. Any model reveals it, blah, blah, blah. End of round is what we're looking for. So that's now in play. So, and with that, that is everyone who is activated who can activate. We've got a lot of downed people at the moment. So there's no one else to activate. We'll enter the recount phase and we'll do some checks. So first of all, he gets down to, drops a stun. Next up, we've got a lot of tests to take. So we will start with Arkham Guard over there. Oh, he's knocked down, isn't he? He's not knocked out. Oh, he could have stood up. He's going to stand up. So I missed this early in the turn, but he's going to stand up. Lose the knockdown marker. So recount phase, let's do some tests. He'll remove the stun as well, actually. So Batgirl, she's first. She's got a special of 3. She loses 1 for being down, so she rolls against the other stat, which is a bit weird. She's 6 or under. She passes that. So Barbara Gordon is up on her feet again with one less stun. Over this side we have Chainsaw Thug. He needs to get a 4 or less. He fails. We've got Guns Thug. He needs a 4 or less. He fails. We've got Axe Thug. He needs a 4 or less. Again, he passes. He's very keen to fight today. So he'll lose a stun. And then at the end of the round we score It Doesn't Look Fresh from the Joker. And I'll just flip that back to being a suspect. That is the end of round 2. So we're back for round 3. We'll take the lead check first of all. Blue dice is the cops. Blue dice is Batman, and he wins again this round with ease. He had +1 as well because they didn't spend their pass markers last turn. I've checked the pass markers again. We've got 4 on 4 now, so we are down to a single pass marker on Batman's team for Batgirl's Informer ability, and we will do some allocation of Audacity. I think it's pretty easy now. So we've got 1 for Bats, 1 for Batgirl, 1 for Nightwing, 1 for Punchbag. Joker's got 1, Harley's got 1. Axe Thug may as well take 1 because he's on. So the Bats crew is going to begin this round. They've got a hard decision here. Either I save Batgirl down here from Harley, or I save these guys over here from Killer Croc. I'm not too worried about Batgirl going down. She's going to take some stun damage. She probably will recover. She's got quite a good endurance there. And Batman's over here to sort this out. Croc is on his own. So I think actually chucking in Nightwing first might be the right thing to do here. So I have a nice back alley fight down here. So Nightwing's going to lamp Killer Croc with his batons or sticks. He can re-roll failed attack dice rolls. That's 2. The strength dice has failed. So he's managed to land 4 hits on Killer Croc. That multiplies out to 6 hits. So Killer Croc has a defense of 3. He's rolling against a attack of 4. So 4s or more to ignore them. We ignore 1. Killer Croc takes 5 hits from Nightwing. That's 10 stun damage. He drops 2 stun damage from that. Killer Croc takes 8 more stun damage. That pushes him over his 7 willpower. So he will 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He is now knocked out. So Axe Thug down here is going to do simple thing. He's going to place a suspect marker down here. That is within 4 inches of an enemy. That will allow them to score, because he has the Trickster trait through Joker. Allows them to score, let them in on the joke. 1 friendly model with the Trickster trait places a suspect marker within 4 inches of an enemy model. When this happens, both players discard a card from their hand at random. Now he's done that and scored that objective marker, he is going to make a run for it over to Joker over here. And he's going to hang around up there, taking his stun damage with him. It's not going to save him from the bat, but what it will do is if he's still around next turn, or he gets up at the end of the round, he'll get his free manipulate action as well. So we might be able to do some cool stuff. Back to the bat side, I think we'll crack on with Barbara Gordon, Batgirl. She is going to give Harleen a bit of a thumping. So she has an attack of 4, +1 dice. She's looking for 4s all round on these. She managed to score 3 hits on Harley Quinn. So Harley's going to defend with defense of 4, looking for 4s. Harley only defends 1 of them, so she takes 2 hits, sorry. 2 hits does 4 stun damage on her. Harley has a willpower of 6, so she's not out of the game yet. And Batgirl is going to make a runner down here to hang around by Batman before she gets knocked out again. Okay, it is back to the Joker's crew. So the Joker's going to activate next. He's going to move himself back over here. He'll spend his Audacity. He's going to reveal this friendly suspect marker. Reveal a friendly suspect marker and place the explosive template over it. Now I move it 2d6s in a direction of my choice, is it? I hope. Choose a direction and move the template 2d6 inches. So the direction is going to be straight over here towards Batman and Batgirl. A 7, 5, 6, 7, 8 would probably do here. We've got a 7, that is pretty much perfect. So that's been revealed. Take that off. We'll move this 7. That goes square over the centre of Batman and Batgirl there. Each model under it takes 2 stun damage. So we're using, sorry, I forgot to mention this. We're using Let Them Do Their Thing. Reveal a friendly suspect marker and sense the explosion template on the marker. Now choose a direction and move it in 2d6s in that direction. Models affected by it at the end of the move suffer 2 stun. If this inflicts any damage on any models, score this card. So we're going to do 2 stun onto Batgirl. That knocks her out again. We do 2 stun on Batman, who doesn't really care, and 2 stun, unfortunately, on the knocked out guy, who will then take a blood damage because he is knocked out. Now, my understanding of this is every time you take damage, you just take 1 additional stun. It's not 1 additional stun per damage. Please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on that. So we've caused damage, and so we score that card for the Joker's team. Over to the Bat side now. So Bats is going to hoof across to Harley, and Batgirl will smack her in the back. Now he was in line of sight, so he still doesn't get his special sneak attack rule. He's got 5 dice, plus a strength dice. He's looking at 3s on the strength dice and 4s on the rest. Now what cool stuff does he have, if anything? Mixed combat style, nope. Just does double stun damage, doesn't he? So we missed with that, and that. We only did 2 hits on Harley. Harley will take a roll. She's got a 4 defense, looking for 5s and 6s. She's scored more than enough hits to ignore that completely. So I've got Harley to go. So with her ridiculous movement of 12, 13, 14, 15-inch movement, she is going to bob straight over here, back to where the sewer marker is over here. Taking her damage with her. Spending her audacity, we're going to place a suspect marker and we're going to reveal it as a stinky fish. And so last of all, we have got the Arkham Guard. He is going to, so Arkham Guard is going to essentially walk round Killer Croc to there. He'll spend his audacity to reveal this suspect marker here. That will score comb through everything, reveal an enemy suspect marker. Okay, that ends the 3rd round. Everyone's activated that activated. We'll go to the recount phase. So Batman recovers a stun, he recovers a stun, recovers a stun, he recovers a stun. Killer Croc automatically gets up and recovers a stun. We'll do some tests. So Batgirl needs to get a 6 or less. Oh, she's failed it. Guns Thug, he gets a 5. That's not low enough. He needs a 4. Chainsaw Thug, he gets up. Whoop. Righty ho. And then at the end of the round, we score It Doesn't Look Fresh. So we're back for the 4th and final round of the game. We'll roll for Take the Lead. It is Bat's team again. I think every turn this game they've had the first turn. That's rather unfortunate, but will lead us to scoring some more, I think. So we'll do some audacity. I think it's pretty obvious. 1, 1, 1, 1. Oh, hang on. He doesn't really need one. Maybe, hang on. Joker, Harley, him. 1 floating 1. That's right. So the first action of this round, Nightwing's going to make an attack against Killer Croc. Let's try and put him down again. Off we go. He can re-roll failed attack dice rolls. That's a 3. He's looking for defensive 3. So we've got 4 hits there. We've got he's got a 4+ for his strength dice, so he doesn't hit there. So that gives him 6 hits in total because of his combo skill. Killer Croc or defend. He defends 2 of them and drops it to 4. He still takes 8 stun, -2 for whatever it is, thick skin, thick skull, sturdy, something like that, tough skin. So he knocks the 2 off that, so he still takes 6 stun, and unfortunately he goes back down again at 7 stun damage. He's going to activate, he's going to take the Audacity marker, he's going to place a suspect marker within 4 inches of the bat. And then he's going to hoof it. He's going to hoof it 8 inches back over here. Try and keep himself alive. That allows us to score, let them in the joke. And so I will discard a card from each hand and redraw. This dude is just going to move around the back here. In fact, he's going to, he can't do that way because that's his deployment zone. He's going to move around here, he's going to spend his Audacity, and he's going to place a suspect marker right back over here and reveal it to be a snitch. So we now have a snitch in play. That's all he's going to do. It's back over to the Joker's side. So Harley's going to activate. She's going to move 2 inches across to here. She's then going to climb. Now that applies impaired movements. That's 6 inches of her movement gone already. Bear in mind she has 15 inches. She's going to climb to the top of this building, which is 9 inches, exactly the right amount to get to the top here. All the way up there. She'll take a stun damage with her. And when she's up at the top there, she'll spend her Audacity, she took her a moment ago, to stick a stinky fish up here. Place a suspect marker. She'll manipulate action, place a suspect marker, and we'll get, it doesn't look fresh in play as well. So we are back to Batman's crew. Now, Batman has a lovely clear line of sight there. Let me just have a quick look. Inflict damage on an enemy model that did not have line of sight to you at the beginning of the attack. I can only score 1 point, so what he may as well do is he's simply going to make a move over to here, take his 1 stun with him, spend his Audacity, and smack Axe Thug. So he's got an attack of 5 with a strength dice. Off we go. We're looking at defense of 3. He's got 4 solid hits on Axe Thug. Axe Thug has not a lot of wounds left. He's got 3, so we're 4 hits on him. He's looking to get 5 to defend. He scores 2, so he takes 2 hits from Batman. That does 4 stun damage on him, however, and that puts him back into a knocked out state, sorry. So as he's knocked out, we will get Dirty Job scored for another victory point for the Bats team. So for the last activation of the game, Joker's just going to move here. He's going to reveal that marker and remove it with a manipulate action, and that is everybody activated who can go. Everyone else is either knocked out or dead. Actually, we've only got Bullock dead. So that ends the round. I'm not going to bother messing with all the recovery rolls because I don't think anything makes a difference there. We'll just have the end of turn scoring. So we score, it doesn't look fresh for the marker at the top. We also score for the Joker side, stick to the plan. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Joker markers in play and only 1, 2, 3 Batman's markers. So that scores another 2 at the end of the round. And Bat's crew also score a snitch. So on the Joker's side, we've scored all of these. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 points in total for the Joker's team. So for the Bats team, they started off so strongly and tailed off in the middle. We've got 3, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. So the Joker's team pipped them to it with a very strong mid and late game and a lot of playing funky markers. I'm quite surprised at that. I thought the Bats team had this hands down. So until next time, I hope you enjoyed this and we'll see you again soon. Good night. And thanks for joining us here at the Clock Dice. Why not like this video and add a comment below? It really helps boost the channel. And while you're at it, if you click on the icon below, you can subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates as soon as they're live. Why not check out some of our other videos and playlists? You can click on the ones on screen right now. Take care, and we'll see you next time.